So what does a game like this do for your team?
Well, it just gets, I think, more profile for the women's soccer, really, more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I thought the quality of football tonight, both teams was very good. And, I was hoping it would be 8 o'clock kickoff's always nice. The sun's gone in, and I think if you're going to play women's soccer games, you need to play them at 7:30, 8 o'clock when it's cool, because you get a much better display on the field than you do in the middle of summer at 6 o'clock when Fox Soccer Channel shows up. But I thought the calibre of player was at the field was very good. I mean, Sinead Farrelly was unbelievable today in the middle of midfield. She ran the show, and she had great support from Kim Yokers, who played at Goal Pride, and I mean those two I think controlled the entire game start to finish. But it was good competition for both teams. I mean, I think if you ask all the players that they enjoyed, they'll say that was their favourite game of the season. Both teams will say that. And a lot of our players, they go back to Philadelphia Fever, or they go back to New England Mutiny, or wherever they come from. A lot of them obviously play for New York Fury with me, because I've been able to sign them because they've been playing. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of them will. I think this will be a good jump start for those players, because I think they really enjoyed it tonight. And it's good being in a professional environment. Playing in some of the leagues, sometimes you go to these places and they're not as professional as they should be. So I think it takes its toll on the players who played in WPS, and I think they want to play in a better environment. And when you come to Washington Freedom, a lot of them have good memories of this field. I think so. That's why I think you saw a bit of difference in their attitude to play tonight.
Okay. Any players on DC United that particularly impressed you?
Well, I mean, Leanne Sanderson played for me, you know what I'm saying? So it's always good to see Leanne. I think the girl Holly, the big girl in the midfield, did well tonight for them. Caroline Blanco, I mean, I think she's a really good player. Sarah Sample always plays well. And I thought they had some good, I don't know, they had so many players coming in and out, so it was hard to tell who was who.
That one there, she's good.
They're good, man. They're a good team, you know what I'm saying? And I think, again, in our league, there's a bit of disparity in the WPSL, you know what I'm saying? I think there's a bit of disparity in the W League, and, we're like the bridge. Women's Professional Supergroup is like the bridge between the two leagues, I think, you know what I'm saying? And we just want to play good games against quality opposition and go around the country and act like the Harlem Globetrotters of women's soccer and just play games and put smiles on people's faces, and that's what we want to do. And we got good backers who want the women's soccer to survive and succeed, and we want to keep these players playing, because God forbid they don't play, they walk away from the sport, and then the league comes back in a year and a half and it's another generation lost.
We've got to start over.
And this generation, Sinead Farrelly's generation, Tobin Heath generation, Amy Rodriguez generation, Megan Lenzik generation, they need to be playing, And, when this World Cup's over, I'm sure the national team will go a lot younger, and a lot of these players will have an opportunity to play.
Coach, you touched on it just now. We have a coach who likes to make, hockey-style substitutions as much as he can. How fun is it for you to be able to do the same thing, just unlimited substitutions, just kind of keep it flowing?
Well, I don't like doing it, I'll be honest with you, but it was fun tonight, you know what I'm saying? It's fun to be able to bring a player off and just have a chat with them and throw them back in the game. But I'm a purist, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're out, you're out. To me, you got to manage the game. Players have got to learn to manage the game. And but it was a good environment tonight. I think the substitution was perfect. The whole night was perfect, to be honest with you. The crowd ended up pretty decent. And I'd love to come back and maybe in another month and play them again, you know what I'm saying? Might before maybe the playoffs for them, and get our girls back, because to play in this environment, you only get the best out of everybody, And there's a little buzz. It's funny because everyone was quiet in the beginning of the crowd, and because of the quality of football, everyone got a little bit excited, and all of a sudden, they started to get the ball the last 10 minutes. We made a couple of subs. They started to get the ball, DC United, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, we got a chance to score maybe here and get behind the team. I just want support for the sport. You know what I'm saying? If we can get more and more support, then that's all that matters. The result at the end of the day, if we came in and lost 6-5, I'd have been happy with that. But I thought the quality play tonight was fantastic.
Can you talk us through the goal-scoring play from your perspective?
Well, I thought it was a really good goal. I mean, Jazz read it really well, you know what I'm saying? And then they took the initiative to beat two players, and I thought she was going to hit it. I mean, it looked destined that she was going to hit it, and who knows where it would have gone. And it was good because Megan Lenzig's been struggling in front of goal, and she laid a beautiful ball. And, I mean, I would say it's harder to miss than score, but there's been a few of them recently that she's missed, you know what I'm saying? So for her, I think it was just good to put the ball away. But we hit the crossbar. We played soccer tennis off the crossbar for a couple of times second half, and I think in the first half we might have hit the crossbar too. So, I mean, we got into goal. We created a lot of chances tonight, and that's what you come to watch. It's a pity there wasn't more goals in the game. I mean, I think we could have scored 3 or 4. They probably could have scored a couple too, and I'd rather see the score 6-5, rather than on our behalf. But it was I don't mind either way, you know what I'm saying. But Mike's put a good team together, so I'm excited for them to see how they do in the league. And we got our players in camp for a few more days. This we go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in Philly. Now we go back to Philly. We play in Chesapeake. A lot of them play in Chesapeake for New York. All the Philly girls go back. New England girls go back, and then we play on we go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're doing a clinic for all these kids and doing that thing, you know what I'm saying, this week, and do a little bit of training, and then they go back again to their teams. We go back together in July, and then come September we're going to bring players from all over. International team players are coming in September, October, November, December. The foreign players are coming in, like Vero from Philadelphia and Sega, who played at West New York. They're all coming in, so I think then you'll see a different roster. And you know, I want the roster to change. The idea is to change the roster and players to come in and feel like it's to train with top players just for 8 to 10 days every month, and just feel like exhilarated almost, you know, to keep going. I want them to keep going. I feel like if they don't have something to keep going, they might not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the goal, hopefully, you know.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Want to do a suicide mile? yeah.
Well, Coach, best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks very much, guys. Thanks. Good to see everybody again. All the best.